Hey guys, and welcome back to Live Love Learn, where we teach you how to learn multiple languages and how to go abroad. So today's video, it's about motivation, how to stay motivated in studying a language. On Instagram, I was talking about this a bit because I saw in the community people getting discouraged with languages, cultural or media-wise. Those people weren't really connecting with why they aren't enjoying studying, and I think I know why. My hypothesis is that these people are studying Japanese because of the idea of studying Japanese, and it's nice to study Japanese and they want to study another language, but not actually because they're really enjoying Japanese culture or they watch Japanese TV shows or engage in Japanese music or these kind of things. Like, they don't do that, so there isn't that great of a motivation to learn it. I'm gonna be going through 5 tips on how to reignite your motivation for learning any language. Stop using books. So the thing about using books is that a lot of textbooks tend to give you really boring topics to study about, like going to the supermarket and talking to a local exchange student or something like that. And it's just, it has nothing to do with your life and nothing to do with your interests 9 out of 10 of the times. And so because the content itself is not interesting, all you're really doing is learning vocabulary and grammar, and it's hard to stay motivated for things like that. So put the books away for say a week or 2 and spend time learning vocabulary with an anime, a telenovela, a French movie, or Scam. Take some time to binge a Netflix show with a pen and paper out where you can jot down things. This is a good tip for you, but you can also check the Chrome app, Learning Languages with Netflix, so you can get 2 subtitles at the same time. Read a news article, go through that and comb through for some vocabulary. Use things that are not a textbook right now, because that is the last thing you need. Identify why you're really learning this language, and if it's just to study, think again. So you know, a lot of people say like, oh, I've always wanted to learn this language, or I just really into languages so I want to learn a next language, or people do langjam, which sometimes can be really fun because I don't know about you, I really love just learning about a new culture or a new language structure. But inquisitiveness and excitement only lasts for so long. If you want the long haul, you need to have a really personal reason as to why you're learning the language. So for example, I want to learn Swedish because I want to talk to Elmo's family in Swedish, or I want to learn Mandarin because I want to be able to learn more about my Hakka heritage and also to enjoy Taiwan and speaking to Taiwanese people. And these are the things that encourage me. So once I identify exactly what encourages me to learn the language, then I know what kind of sources I need to be using to keep myself motivated. Because, for example, if the reason why I love Korean is Korean comedy and Korean idioms, but I'm learning about Korean historical stuff, but I don't really care that much about culture. What I really care about is like this comedy stuff. Of course, I might enjoy it for a little bit, but it's not gonna ignite that fire under my ass that makes me really want to study. I should really be studying something that I really want to know about. Find some way to use the language more often so that it will reignite your will to study. For me, whenever I talk to someone in a language and I realize, wow, look how shit my language skill is, it always encourages me to study. Because if I'm in a situation where I should be speaking the language, it reminds me how fun it is to use the language, or how much I want to be able to thrive in those kind of situations. So download HelloTalk, an app for talking with natives or people who are studying the same languages. Talk to people, maybe that also use the language exchange websites. I'll leave some suggestions down in the description box below. Find some people to talk to, or even make videos, like story videos in that language on Instagram, and you know, find other people on Instagram who are also studying the same thing as you. I mean, you don't have to talk to a native speaker, because a lot of people are nervous to talk to native speakers. Talking with native speakers is scary. For me, I feel that way with fast languages like Spanish or Swedish. Sometimes talking with like another intermediate learner can be really helpful because both of you are stuttering, both of you are figuring things out, but you're enjoying using the language and you're practicing out loud. Actually engage with other people who speak the language and try speaking yourself. Number 4, change your study environment. Sometimes it can get monotonous, waking up and going to your desk and working, and I mean, I'm not sure. For some people, it might feel like a great habit. For me, it feels good to do it every day, but if I do it in the same way, I feel uncomfortable and I feel bored with it. I just do the bare minimum and I don't go above and beyond. If you go to a cafe, say once a week, or you go out to a park and you sit with a nice bottle of lemon water with some music in the background and you're studying by a lake, can you imagine how much more at peace and motivated you will be to get whatever you're doing done? You'll love it. That might help you a lot with regassing the car for your language study. My last tip is regularly change your study methods. So this is actually something that I recommend to everyone, also just for information retention, not just motivation. But you know, I talk about using things that are not textbook and I talk about using things that are fun, but you shouldn't stick to one thing because one thing will not be interesting or zesty for you all the time. Studying with a textbook can be very fun. I'm not saying not to. Listen to a podcast, study with a textbook, watch a YouTube video, change it up. The more often you change up your language routine is actually the better you will do in the long run. You'll retain more information, you will be more motivated all the time, learn more varied content, practice different things like your listening, your reading skills, your speaking skills. There is so many benefits to switching up your sources and not just using one textbook. That's the danger for getting one of these all-inclusive textbooks that have listening exercises and writing exercises. Genki, I'm looking at you. Because you get comfortable in using this one source, and that's really not how you get from a beginner level, intermediate level to an advanced level. You will stay in intermediate or low intermediate forever if that's all you do. That's it for today's video. I hope this video helped you and that my hands were not that distracting. I don't know why I'm feeling a little bit nervous. But if this video was helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and to follow, subscribe with the notification button for more content like this, okay? You should do that. And next, if you're curious about how we think you should study a language, go ahead and watch this video next. Check out this video. And if you're feeling extra generous, you can pop into Patreon and start supporting our free content. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!